I was going to get a haircut, but instead it looks as though I'm joining the Circus
of Horrors.
Hellraiser, star chaser, trailblazer, natural born raver, yeah, 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 yeah. Natural born raver, yeah, 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 yeah. Hellraiser.
Hey guys, so I'm backstage here at the Victoria Hall for the Circus of Horrors. They've given me a t-shirt. I'm a member of the team. I'm going to be trying out a few stunts today. Hopefully not sword swallowing, but I'm going to give everything a go and see how we do. If you don't hear from me after this video, you know it went horribly, horribly wrong.
There you go.
Right, any tips on...
Yeah, take your hat off.
Okay, then this.
Head in.
Yep.
Now face the front. Swing your shoulder around here.
Yep.
Don't damage the bottle. Come. Put your shoulders further back. Wiggle your bum.
I shouldn't have had that Christmas turkey.
A few moments later.
The other one, I'd say. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a bottle in the time.
Tell me when you're taking a picture. I'll smack
Now.
He's done well there. That's about the best he'll do.
That's the
I
best
think.
I'm going to probably get.
Go for the head. It's just over your shoulder.
This side. Do you want to come have a go?
No. Keep pulling.
I started the day with 2 testicles, now I've got 1.
Now, what's important, always stand straight.
Okay.
Now, when you swallow, try to make a straight line between here and your stomach. So you can slide right down. Okay? Only problem is you might gag a little.
Yeah.
Get over it. Okay. So, I'm going to show you with the sword
This
first.
ain't going to go down, right?
No.
As long
It
as
might
you
do.
know.
It might do. It might do. I show you
I'll have to
first.
do it like this on camera. Like, yeah, it's going all the way.
And then I show you how to stand.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the basic idea. Easiest thing to start, hold it with both hands. Otherwise, you're holding it like that.
Yeah.
Okay? That in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Now these arms have to go much further back. Bit more. That's it. Now just gently try to get it. So
Oh, it went to about there.
yeah, just give it a tiny little bit of pressure. You will feel a little block there. Just try to get past that.
How long did it take to do to until you got
Maybe
it?
about a year and a half.
A year and a half. And I've got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
No pressure. Okay.
I guess I haven't passed the recruitment stage then.
Not yet.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Try to dry swallow.
Okay.
A little bit. Sometimes that opens up.
Try. That's the best I think I'm going to do.
You've done quite well.
You did all right, actually.
Here we have Dr.Haze, ringmaster here at the Circus of Horrors. Happy 25th anniversary to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, a doctor of horror. What did you have to do to get that title?
I don't know, a PR company made it out really, and it sounded kind of cute. And you always had doctors in the old Hammer House films and things, so I thought I kind of liked it.
Yes, now speaking of Hammer horrors, you've got Dracula, you've got Bela Lugosi, you've got all the classics, Lon Chaney. What's your iconic favourite?
Oh, The Exorcist,
Yes.
without a doubt. It's I love all horror movies, and I was very lucky to be sort of brought up in the 70s when horror movies changed, music changed dramatically as well. I think, to be honest, it's the most productive time for music ever. I think it's a very overlooked decade. But if you look at the amazing bands that came out of the 70s, stuff like T-Rex, and David Bowie, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Elton John, Rod Stewart, there's so many massive superstars came out of that sort of that decade that have gone on to, you know, as important I think as the Beatles. But the other thing that happened in the 70s, you had this change in horror movies. the change of the guard really went from Frankenstein and Dracula to suddenly Carrie, The Exorcist, The Omen, Clockwork Orange, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All these were amazing films, and they completely changed the genre and the idea of horror forever, I think.
Yeah, it's nice how you touch on the musical subjects there. Now, with each individual shows, obviously different themes. You had the voodoo theme a few months ago, and you've got obviously the 25th anniversary now. Do you tailor your musical taste to specific shows? So, for example, the voodoo ones that have an iconic soundtrack. What's the soundtrack going to be like for this particular?
Well, basically, yeah, I do. I write the songs with the acts in mind. This year, I wanted to do probably 10 of the songs we're doing in the show tonight were written before we ever did the Circus of Horrors, so about 30 years older, on the very first album. But I wanted to reflect the first shows we did, the first Glastonbury shows we did in '95. I wanted to obviously use new stuff, but it's a bit like going to see your favourite band. You want to hear the greatest hits. You want to see the greatest things. So that's what we wanted the 25th anniversary to be. A mixture of all these amazing acts that we've had, all these, like we've got acts in here now that we haven't had in for many, many years, like a flying cloud swing, like a flying trapeze that goes right over the top of the crowd. We did that in the very first Glastonbury shows. We did it very rarely since. So I thought I want to do a cloud swing act in this particular show. Obviously, if you saw Hannibal Helmert as an expert sword swallower, we've always had really good sideshow performers. So it was all of that combined with some of the music that was written all those years ago and rewritten, rearranged and stuff like that for this particular show.
Okay, so 25 years later, you must have seen a lot of acts over the years, but is there one that you're always out there searching for? Is that just that one elusive act that you've never seen before that you'd always want as part of the Circus of Horrors?
It's hard to say that because we've had a lot of ones that I have wanted. We've had amputee acrobats and stuff, which are amazing. We had a Wolf Boy at one point. First time in 20 years Wolf Boy was in the UK, and we brought a Wolf Boy over. So we've had loads of amazing acts, so I'm always on the lookout for new ones. We're always on the lookout for new blood, and I very often find it. Whether there is one particular act that... we had two guys a couple of years ago, which was astounding. They had a dagger in the mouth, and then from the dagger they pointed another dagger, but he actually had the dagger in his mouth. So he had mouth to mouth, and when you saw it, we did it, we've only ever done it in Russia. They were from the Ukraine, and we brought them over to Moscow when we did shows over there. And it was astounding, absolutely amazing to see somebody balancing from a sword, point to point of a sword, with a human on the other end of it. No, unbelievable. That's
really impressive. So I'm guessing I haven't made the recruitment stage for my sword.
Not quite yet. No, keep going though. You've got your coat hanger to go and keep trying on.
Absolutely. With so many dates lined up for this anniversary tour, what do you do to keep yourself busy on the road?
Oh, you're busy. Trust me. It's very much Groundhog Day. Jade joined us for a couple of days because she wanted to see what it was like. She'd done The Girl in the Bottle a couple of times. She was a big fan of the show, which is fair to say, and she always wanted to join us, and so she had the opportunity last year, and she said, I'd like to come for a few days if that's possible, and she now sees what it's really like, and we are all like a family. We all get on all right and everything, but it is gruelling, without a doubt. To give you an example, the other day we went from London, the truck went from Utrecht in Holland to Glasgow. That in itself was a long way. We all drove from London to Glasgow. We did the show. After Glasgow, we drove all the way back to Birmingham overnight. So we did the show, put everything up, did the show, pull everything down, back in the truck, drive for 6 hours, stayed in Birmingham for the night, only 4 hours sleep though, because we had to get up to drive to Wellingborough to do another show that day. So then we drove to Wellingborough an hour and a half, put everything up again, did the show, pulled it all down, hour and a half to London Lorry, well 2 hours to London Lorry because Ram was very lazy. But then we did that, we loaded it in the lorry, and then the lorry comes over here to Stoke and we do it again.
So lots of long days and long nights.
Yeah, long days, long nights, very much Groundhog Day. We have a few weird ones, like on Sunday we're 2 nights in one place, Sunday and Monday, so we'll have a bit more time then to mess around.
No cranking up Motley Crue to 11 in between journeys.
Yeah, Motley Crue, T-Rex, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, any of that.
Absolutely.
Good driving music.
Absolutely. With the Victoria Hall in Stoke being a smaller venue compared to other venues that you do you feel as though it's more intimate with the audience so you can really rack up kind of what
I love this venue. I love it for many reasons. It's I like the acoustics in here, although the sound men hate it because it's one of those echoey rooms. But I sort of like it because it sounds like a stadium. So I sort of like that sound. And as you quite rightly say, no matter where you're sat here, if you look around now, it'll be pretty full tonight, but wherever you're sat, it's going to be like a ringside seat. If you look at where the aerial stuff is, when she's swinging, she's going to be going right over their heads over there.
Yeah.
You'll see sword swallowing within I mean, you've been lucky enough to see it now right in front of you and have a go at it, but there's only 80 sword swallows in the world. So to actually see a sword swallower swallowing everything from the leg of a chair to a curved cutlass to a neon tube feet in front of you is an amazing thing. So we have all that brilliant acrobatics. You'll be able to feel the heat of the flames. You'll be able to smell the paraffin and the blood. It'll be a great atmosphere in here tonight.
I must admit, this is going to be the first time I've ever seen the Circus
Is
of
it
Horrors.
really?
I've done all the Journey to Hell stuff when we were in Blackpool and you guys were there.
Yeah.
Just missed you because we were doing some content over at the Journey to Hell experience. So this will be my first time ever seeing the show. What can I expect from tonight's performance?
A rock and roller coaster of a show, I think. It's going to be, you'll find it really relentless. It kicks off and it's one song after another, no gaps, bang, straight in. And all through all the acts, there's loads of action going on all the time, like pyros going off everywhere and amazing acrobatics and circus skills. And it's just a really slick, well-oiled machine that hits you in the face. If you haven't seen it before, I think you'll be blown away by it.
Where do I start with tonight's show? My God, I wasn't expecting that. A rock concert, a freak show, acrobatics, contortionist, flame eating, flame breathing, stunts, daredevil stunts, and even a midget picking up a cannonball with his bits and bobs. Wow. I just want to say a big thanks to Circus of Horrors for inviting me down this evening to try out those things. My throat's still hurting a bit from trying to swallow that coat hanger. That contortionist was like, it's easy, and my leg isn't going behind my head at all. Whatsoever. What a great event this is, the Circus of Horrors, travelling around the UK, various locations all up and down the country, and a spectacle that you must see. It's not to be missed, combining a rock concert and a freak show at the same time to make one hell of a spectacle. Thank you very much for checking out this video, guys. Hit the subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.